Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Just wanted to film the end of summer 2024 here in Phoenix, Arizona, Zone 9B. We had another brutal summer. Right now it's October 31st, and we finally have some cooling temperatures. And I think it was like 100 degrees a few days ago, so I think this is officially the end of summer now. Temperatures are cooling down to 70s and 80s. So I wanted to film an update video on all my fruit trees here. This is the Plueri. Pretty fast growing tree. It's in full sun. This one looks like it's doing pretty good. It's on like a special rootstock that I got from RSI growers for the Arizona sun. So this thing can take anything, and it shows. So that's doing pretty good. Next we have here the Galaxy Peach, also from RSI growers. I got a few peaches on it this year. Starting to lose leaves. It's funny, the trees are already starting to lose leaves because it's, you know, that time of the month already for them, but it's 100 degrees outside, so I don't know how they're feeling. Confused, probably. Along the back wall here we have my berry patch. This one I believe is the Triple Crown. I got a few berries off of it this year. This is the Raspberry Baba Red. I think I got one raspberry on it. I mean, it's been a brutal summer. This is the boysenberry. And this is, I think, the other blackberry that I have, black satin. Just work our way here. This here, I believe, I know it's a cherry, Lapin's cherry. I heard that they produce fruit even though they're not supposed to in this hot climate, so this is like my experimental tree. As you can see, it looks pretty good. I planted it under some shade, and it's survived the full Arizona summer. This here is the Capulin cherry. I got a few dozen little cherries on it. I mean, they're really tiny, and the pit is really, really big. Pit to fruit ratio. So, well, it's got a unique taste. Interesting tree. It's doing okay. This is the second summer. Like I said, you're gonna hear me repeat the words, you know, brutal summer, because it was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal summer. This is the Gala apple. No fruits or anything, but seems to have grown like doubled in size. This is a tree I got for free, so just we'll see what happens. These are my grapes. I got the red seedless and the green Thompson seedless grapes. I don't know what's up with this one, but if anybody knows in the comments what it is. This is the all-in-one almond. It grew about probably a foot or two in the summer. Seems like it's doing okay. This is the Manila mango. This was under shade cloth until I just removed it. So yeah, these don't like the direct sun here for now. So definitely have protection on this one. It actually died back on me in the winter time. I lost half of it, but it looks like it regrew back everything it lost. This year I'm gonna probably put some kind of structure over it and use a heater. But it looks like it's growing nicely. This is the moringa. Probably about 20 feet tall right now, and I just planted it this year. We'll see what happens with this tree. I planted it mostly to give shade to that mango. And here we have a goji berry. Looks like they're getting some berries on there now. Also second summer for this one. They take a beating in the summer, but they rejuvenate pretty quickly once the temperatures cool off. This is the wonderful pomegranate. Never really been too happy with this tree, but hopefully this year is going to be different. I could see the pomegranates are a lot bigger this year on some of the ones that I decided to protect. But usually when I open them, they're like white inside. They're not red. So I'm going to try to harvest these as late as I can this year, maybe December or something. This is another experimental tree that I had covered all summer. I just opened the cover now. This is the cherry of the Rio Grande. Planted it this year, so this was its first summer. It's actually pushed out some new growth right here in the past week or so. But it was, yeah, I mean, it was barely hanging on. This is another cherry tree. This is the Royal Crimson. So it survived its first summer. Yeah, looking pretty good. We'll see what happens with this one. This is the Asian pear I planted this year, right in the middle of summer actually. Not preferable, but I saw it was on a good deal in Home Depot. So I just bought it, and I had it actually covered the whole year. Just removed the covers on it, had it covered fully the whole year. And supposedly these, once they get acclimated, they're not afraid of the sun at all. So it survived. That's good. This is the Meyer lemon. Also had this thing covered the whole time. You could see it has a lot of lemons on it for the size of this tree. Probably has over a dozen lemons on it, if not more. And I lost a lot of lemons too because they're touching the ground. They got rotted out. Hopefully next year it's not going to need cover anymore, because that's already 2 years I'm covering it in the summer. We'll see. This one is the Lisbon lemon. Was not covered. Put on some nice growth. Has some lemons here. Looks like it's pushing new growth here. That's nice. Second summer here. Here we have the Santa Rosa plum, Japanese plum. It's already entering in the fall season, as you can see. But the temperatures don't say otherwise. Also nice tree. Full sun, is not afraid of anything. So I'm happy with this tree. This is the guamachil tree I planted this year, I believe. Pretty strong tree also, not afraid of anything, so it grew about twice as big. It's probably about like 12 feet right now. No fruits on it yet, so we'll see what happens next year. So this is a mandarin. I don't remember the name of this one. Murcot. Okay, so that's a murcot. Not covered, just like it is right here. Here we got the jujubes, the Lee and the Lang. They're already ready to call it a day, hibernate. Second summer for these guys. I got a bunch of jujubes on this year, on both of them. I can't say the taste is very good when it's fresh, but when it was, more brittled and started to look like turned brown and look like a date, it tasted better. This is the blood orange. Second summer already, and it's just kind of stagnant. I don't know. Gave some flowers, but everything dropped. I don't know what's going on with this one. And then this is the Pakistan mulberry. I believe it's its second summer. Same thing, kind of started growing fast, and now it's like kind of stagnant the whole year. I mean, it's pretty tall, probably 15 feet. I got a good amount of mulberries on it, but this thing also took a beating. If anybody wants to put in the comments what they think this tree is going through. Is it normal, or is it something I'm doing wrong? It's watering every day. And lastly, we got this just hibiscus. I mean, they are edible, so interesting tree here. It's supposed to be like a tree form. Also, same terrible summer for it. It didn't do anything. Just starting to push out new growth now. And lastly, we have the tangelos here. These are actually doing pretty good, considering they had no protection at all, and they're in the sunniest spot, just blasting sun with the wall behind them. But they took it all like a champ. No problem so far. This one I actually had covered the whole time. I just took it off. This is a Fremont mandarin. I saw that it was struggling a little bit, so I covered it. So it was covered most of the summer. These guys not covered at all. And they probably doubled in size. And lastly, in the front yard, we have this orange, Valencia orange tree. It's on the north side here. Looks like it's doing good, got a lot of new growth. This is the Meiwa kumquat. This was covered most of the time. I just removed it. Looks like it's just pushing on new growth. I did have a bunch of fruit on it, like maybe not a bunch, but like 4 or 5, but it dropped. And this is the calamansi or calamandin. Grew nicely. There's a couple of fruits on it right now. They're tiny little things, the size of a quarter probably. I'm actually excited to taste these. Supposedly you could just eat them whole with everything, with the pulp and everything, the skin. So I'm actually very excited to try these. Probably about 4 feet tall. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's the update on the most, I would say, I thought last summer was brutal, but this summer I think it was even worse. Just never ending. I mean, look, it's already October 31st and it just started to cool down. We'll see what happens. Put your comments and let me guys know how you did, if you're in the same area. If you lost any trees, thank God I didn't lose really any trees this year to the summer. Okay, take care.